Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. I remember back in the days when I was doing this network marketing company. I think it was called Visalis back in the days. And I went to my first network marketing company event. And I just remember thousands, like it was probably like 10, 15,000 people at this big arena. And the motivational speakers, they were up on stage. And I was just like, man, I feel so motivated. I feel so inspired to want to go home and just conquer. Like life was, it was kind of rough, man. I kind of was in a place in my life where I didn't know what direction to go. Like I just kind of felt like I was going through the motions. And if you've ever been through that stage in life, you're just like, man, what's my purpose? What am I doing? Because before that, my whole purpose was playing football. And then I got into personal training, in-person training, and I found myself like not really knowing how I was going to get to the next level. I was like, man, I feel like I've hit a ceiling. I don't know what's next. And I don't know how to continue to grow and progress. And so I started to fall into a bit of a rut, like almost like a depression. And then, after I stopped playing football, one of my coaches from college, and one of my buddies from college who I play football with, they introduced this network marketing company to me. And I saw the potential. I saw the growth that I could have in my life. I started to see what was possible. And after going to this event that I went to with them, I was like, man, I feel so inspired and motivated. And I left that event and I came home and I just took my network marketing business to the next level. Like I became one of the highest rankers in the company at the youngest age. I think I was like 21, 22 years old, something like that. And I had 300 people in my downline. Like if y'all are familiar with network marketing and stuff like that, I had a ton of people in my downline. And it just, at the event, now looking back on it, what that event did for me, it showed me the potential, like what my life could look like if I did not miss. If I did everything that I knew I was supposed to do to get to the next level. If I made the calls, if I did the workouts, if I ate properly, if I built the relationships. And that made me become unstoppable, y'all. And you could do the same thing, man. It doesn't matter if you're having a tough time in life right now. It doesn't matter if you struggled for years to lose the weight. It doesn't matter if, you're a beginner and you don't know where to start. Or maybe you failed at different diets and workout plans, because that shit happens. Like, you can't keep beating yourself up, because what's going to happen if you keep making excuses? What's going to happen if you keep procrastinating? What's going to happen if you keep on having all this negative self-talk, talking down on yourself? I'm going to be fat forever. I don't know what to do. I'll just try again next year. You just have all these negative excuses. Or if, nobody else believes in what you want to accomplish, and so you don't get started. Your wife don't believe in you, so you stay fat. Your husband or your boyfriend don't believe in you, so you stay fat. Shit, why you need somebody else to believe in you? If you start empowering yourself and thinking differently about yourself, now you putting in the work, right? Because if you don't, things get worse. Yeah, I know y'all. A lot of y'all might not realize it. You might not know that because it just hasn't happened to you. But it's happening to a lot of people out there, man. I see a lot of people, they hit me up in the DMs and I say, I know that we start talking about their goals and their challenges, and, they tell me how long they've been struggling. They talk to me about how their life used to be, and then they start telling me how much worse it's gotten. They talk to me about how they like their dad. One guy told me about his dad got type 2 diabetes and ended up having a big hole in his leg. Like, shit gets bad, man. Shit can get real bad. But it don't have to be that way. Even like the erectile dysfunction. I talked to so many guys that gained all this weight and now they can't what's the word? They can't satisfy their lover. They can't satisfy their partner. That's like one of the worst feelings ever. You can't satisfy the person that you love and care about. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't have to get to that point if you make the decision that you are no longer going to accept the excuses that you put in your life, because that's all they are. Or I don't have the time. Or I can't be consistent. Or it's not the right time to do it. These are excuses. There's never going to be a right time. Or I don't have the money. Shit, it's single moms and single dads out there who have kids and they love their kids so much. These kids want to go on these field trips and they want to play these sports. Guess what? Them parents, they find the money because they love and care about their kids. They want them to have those experiences. But what about you? Do you love yourself enough to want to give yourself the better things in life? Go hard for yourself like you go hard for your family. Show up for yourself like you show up for your family. Because when you start showing up, then this is what puts you in the position of getting into momentum to be unstoppable. You start showing up and doing the workouts we don't feel like it. You start showing up and eating the foods. I was having a coaching call yesterday with my coaching community, and I was being transparent. I'm like, look, I still be eating Waffle House and Burger King. Well, not Burger King, but what do you call it? Shake Shack and all, just, donuts and cookies. I eat that stuff, but I don't eat it all the time. I have these moments too, but I have standards. I have standards that I live by so that I can stay on track, so that I can stay, growing our audience and our community, growing the podcast, growing the platforms, and we getting more and more people that's knowing about the lose the big ass stomach movement. It's a movement, man. It ain't me talking shit to y'all. No, this is a movement. Because what happens when you lose that big ass stomach? What happens when you lose the belly fat, the fupa, the man boobs, and the tire around your waist? What happens? You feel more confident. What happens? You start to feel better with how your clothes fit. You're able to enjoy life because you're able to do things otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to do had you still had the stomach, because you would have been a little self-conscious about going on that trip, that vacation, or going to the pool with your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Or talking to that girl that you want to talk to, but you like, I ain't looking right now. Well, I don't want to take my shirt off around her. That ain't gonna look good. But you would have had the confidence. You would have felt proud of yourself if you were showing up for yourself. If you was eating the food you're supposed to eat. If you was, being disciplined with tracking. If you wasn't making the excuses. You said, okay, I'm not making no more excuses, man. I don't give a damn if I ain't been consistent in the past couple of months. I'm about to be consistent now. How would your life look 3 to 6 months from now? What would your life look like a year from now? If you said to yourself, no more excuses. I'm tired of it. I'm going all in. I'm either in it or I'm not. But the results that I want in my life for my family, my body, my health, my finances, is no way around it. You got to go all in, baby. It is no way around it. You have to go all in. Folks who just try to go through their life tiptoeing and they just put one foot in and one foot out. I'll just try this out and if it work, I'll just try it. That shit ain't gonna work. I see it over and over and over again. You have to be willing to go all in. And the best part about all this shit, y'all, is you. You going all in on you. It ain't somebody else you going all in on. You going all in for you. And when you do this, this is how you become unstoppable. This is how you get the better things in life. And so you're not having to live your life through watching other motherfuckers. No, you got all these folks out here. I never really understood this, how people be just celebrity obsessed. What are the Kardashians doing? What's The Rock doing? What's Michael B. Jordan doing? I don't give a damn about them. Like, they may inspire me, but I'm focused on me. Because the more I can work on me, the more I can, just sharpen my skills of how to, create stories and create content. I can help more people. I can deliver the message in a way that makes more people be like, you know what, man? I got to start tapping in. Man, I got to get in shape, man. He motivates me every time I watch his content. He motivates me. I had to work on myself to get to this point. I had to work on myself to get to this point, y'all. I had to work on myself to start to want to eat more healthier foods and be disciplined to not want to eat honey buns all the time, to not want to eat Ben and Jerry's, to not want to eat Chick-fil-A all the time, and all this junk food. No, I be wanting to eat it, but I've developed discipline and structure to not do these things so that I can have the look, because I can't put the message out there if I don't have the look. Because y'all gonna be looking at me like, damn, how the hell you be talking about a big old ass stomach and you got a big old ass stomach? So I had to be willing to go all in. I gotta look the part. I gotta build the presentation that's gonna make people be like, shit, this guy right here worth listening to. Man, this guy right here, man, he giving out real game. You see what I'm saying? But I had to be willing to go all in. On the days where I don't feel, my mouth hurting like a motherfucker right now. I just got done doing the teeth cleaning at the dentist. I'm still doing this podcast. Because I'm all in. Hurt or not. Hurting or not. Tired or not. Whether I feel like doing it or not. I feel like this world has just become like, well, the United States at least, everybody's soft as hell. One little hint of discomfort. One little hint of, oh, it's just not convenient. Yo ass, you just go into this like, I'm just not gonna do it right now. It's just not the right time. And then you wonder why you sad. You wonder why you tired. You wonder why you're not motivated. You wonder why you depressed. Because you're not doing nothing worth being proud about. You're not doing nothing worth being motivated. If you start putting in the work and going to the gym and eating right, even when you don't feel like it, what the hell you think go happen when you start losing that weight? I see it all the time when folks get inside my coaching program. They drop 3, 4, 5, 10 pounds. Boy, coach, can I add an extra day? Can I add an extra day to the workout program? Please, coach. Man, I just got so much more energy. Y'all heard how I just said? I got so much more energy. I want to go more now. But how do you get the energy? If you don't eat well, you ain't going to feel well. Once you start eating better, you start feeling better. Once you start moving more, you start having more energy. Now you dropping weight. Now you get the motivation from 1, I got more energy. 2, shit, that weight going down. My stomach going down. Hey, you damn right I want to go to the gym. Then you start dropping some more weight. Now your kids and your wife and your homies, your family, I see it in your face. Man, you look way different. One of our coaching clients, Darrell, he down like 30 plus pounds. And sent me a photo. He was with his homeboy, and his homeboy was like, hey man, look, man, you look way different. Darrell in the music industry. Presentation matters. Presentation matters, man. And, you know, imagine not just you seeing the difference, but everybody else see the proof. When the proof is in the pudding, heck, you're damn right it make you feel a little bit more better. You know, it's a little different, you know, when I had first started doing like personal training and stuff, and I'm telling people, and, you know, but they didn't really see it. They didn't really see it, like what was happening. They couldn't see the growth, right? But then when I went online and shit started scaling up, you know, I got almost 70-something thousand on Instagram and over 40,000 on Facebook. Shit started to pop off. People could see it. You feel more proud about it, so you get a little bit more motivated to keep going. Because people see you winning. People see the growth. Shit, you see the growth. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to find ways to just build this like unstoppable force. What do you need to do to make yourself unstoppable? Only you know that. Only you do. I feel like so many people, they so busy working, but they not busy working on themselves. What do you need to do to become unstoppable? Do you need to become more consistent? Do you need to become more disciplined? For some of y'all, do you need to become more mentally and emotionally tough? That's not just for women, but for men too. A lot of y'all, man, I went to work, I'm so sore, I just don't want to go back. What the hell is that? You imagine having a son growing up, and you want to push him to play football, but Dad, I'm just so sore. If your ass ain't going to work out because you sore, what you gonna say to your son? Sure, son, it's okay. You ain't gotta go today. Because that's who you are. And now you breeding that bullshit into your son. But if you working out and you pushing through the soreness and you pushing through the days you don't feel like doing it, you go empower your son differently. Hey man, it's all good, baby. This what winners do, baby. This what winners do. You want to be a winner, don't you? You want to live like Papa, don't you? Shit, it's all right. You gonna be a little sore, shake it off. You ain't gonna be so forever. But you ain't gonna be able to speak with that type of conviction and confidence if you ain't living it. If you want your kids to be successful, which most parents do, they want their kids to be successful. They want their kids to do better than them. You gotta be living it for you to be able to speak that life and confidence into them. But you can't speak life and confidence into your kids if you're not really living that shit. You gotta live it, man. You gotta become unstoppable so your kids can become unstoppable. Or else they gotta go find another motherfucker to model off of. Do you want them to model off somebody else and lead? And you want them to lead? You want to lead their life up to chance? Well, shit. Hopefully they find somebody good they can model off of. Or do you want to be the model? Do you want to be the model that's unstoppable? That your kids see and they like, man, he keeps showing up. Man, she keeps showing up. He always going to the gym. Man, he always eating right. He might eat. Man, he ate that pizza the other day. I don't hear him talking about pizza no more. He right back on. Man, he's so disciplined. Man, he's so consistent. Man, he looking good. His friends even be complimenting him all the time. Man, it seems like everybody like being around my dad. Everybody like my mom's friends. All my mom's friends like just be complimenting her all the time. Man, I want to be like my mom. I want to be like my dad. Become unstoppable, man. Become unstoppable. Because when you go all in, that's what's on the other side. All right? When you go all in, that's what's on the other side. And you just got to be honest with yourself. Are you doing your best? Or are you doing what's required? Are you just going to say, oh, I'm doing my best, I'm eating healthy? Or are you going to do what's required? Are you going to track your food? Or just keep on bitching and moaning, I'm eating healthy, but it's not coming up? Or are you going to start tracking? Because that's required for you to understand how much you're eating. Are you going to, man, I'm working out. Or are you going to start training by knowing what you need to do when you go to the gym? That's required. You can't just go to the gym and wing that shit and expect that you're going to lose all this weight. Because it's possible you might, but you ain't going to know what made it come off because you winging it. That's why you got to train. Because when you train, you have a game plan. All right? But anyway, guys, hopefully y'all found this episode helpful. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel, man. Leave your boy a 5-star review, man. Go ahead and leave a 5-star review because we growing the movement, man. We almost at 50 5-star review, baby. We growing out here, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. And I'm going to keep on bringing this heat. All right? We out of here. Let's go.